Good morning, students. Let's begin the new chapter, Verbs and their forms. Second chapter. Children, as the name of the chapter speaks about verbs, so the question arises, what is a verb? If I satisfy you by saying that a verb is a doing word, it is not sufficient. So children, a verb expresses some action or state of being or change or having. What does it mean? So children, let me explain you with the help of some sentences. Let's study the following sentences. See the first sentence. The sentence is Saina won the match. Now here, what's your verb? काम क्या हो रहा है? One. One is the verb here, and this verb is showing an action being done by the subject or Saina. Mr. Modi is our Prime Minister. Here, the main verb is, is, and this verb is showing state of being. Virat became the captain. Here, became is the main verb, and this verb became is showing a change. Sachin has a Ferrari. The verb given here is has, and this main verb is showing of having something by the subject. Students, now let's talk about more about verbs. Children, there are three kinds of verbs. First is the full verbs, or we can call it as the lexical verbs or the main verbs. Here we can give the examples of arise, break, call, go, eat, sit, play, etc. The second is the primary verbs or the helping verbs or the auxiliary verbs. They are be, have and do. Children, the most important thing to keep in mind is that they are the double duty verbs. What does it mean? It means that the primary verbs can function both as the helping verb or the main verb. And the third kind of verbs is modals. For example, will, shall, can, may, must. Children, again a very important note that modals always function as the helping verb. They can never take the place of the main verb. Let's talk about the forms of the verbs. Students, every full verb and every primary verb has four forms. The names of the verbs are, the first form is the base form, second is the simple past, the third is the past participle or the ed form, and the fourth is the present participle or the ing form. Let's see some full verbs in the four forms. Children, let me talk about full verbs that are also called as lexical verbs. That there are two kinds of full verbs, regular and irregular verbs. Children, when we talk about regular verbs, in the case of regular verbs, we add ed to the base form to make the past form and the ed participle form. For example, let's take an example of bark. In the base form we use as also, so it becomes barks. The second form is barked. The third form is barked, and the ing form is barking. Another example is start. The base form, in the base form we use as, that is starts. The second form, that is the past form, is started. Past participle form is started, and the ing form is starting. Another example is watch or watches as the base form, watched, watched, watching. Now see here, the past form and the ed participle form are identical in spelling. Okay. Now let's talk about irregular verbs. Children, irregular verbs form their past and past participle forms in different ways. There is no uniform way to make their past and ed participle forms. Children, there are mainly 3 types of irregular verbs. Let's see those. See the first one, the irregular verbs, where verbs in which all the 3 forms are the same. That is the base form, the past form and the past participle forms are the same. Just see the example. Put or puts as the base form, past form is put, past participle form is put again and the ing form is putting. Cut or cuts as the base form, cut, cut, cutting. The third example given to you is burst. That is, in the base form we use s to it, past form burst, past participle form is burst again and the ing form is bursting. So here see these verbs in which all the 3 forms are the same. Okay children. See the second irregular verbs. In these verbs, 2 of the 3 forms are the same or identical. Identical means the same. For example, just see the first example of sit. The base form is sit or sits, sat, sat in the past participle form and ing is sitting. That means the second and the third forms, these are the same. Feed or feeds, fed, fed, feeding. Bleed or bleeds as the base form, bled in the past form. In the past participle again we have bled and the ing form is bleeding. Dig or digs as the base form, dug as the past form, past participle is dug and the ing form is digging. The last example given here is keep. As the base form we can use s also, that is keep or keeps. Past form is kept, past participle is kept again and the ing form is keeping. See the third irregular verbs. Here, verbs in which all the 3 forms are different. That is, we are talking about the base form, the past form and the past participle. They are different. For example, drink or drinks as the base form, drank, drunk, drinking. Sing or sings as the base form, sang, the past form, sung and singing. Swim or swims as the base form, swam, the past form, the past participle is swum and the ing form is swimming. Hide or hides as the base form, hid as the past form. The past participle form is hidden and the ing form is hiding. Let's talk about the 4 forms of the primary verbs. Let's take be. Children, be has 4 first forms, that is, am, are and be, and the 2 second forms, that is was and were. The third form is being and the ing form is being. Now let's take another primary verb, have. Children, have has 2 first forms, that is have and has. Second and the third forms are the same, that is had, and the ing form is having. Do has 2 first forms, that is do and does. Did is the second form, and the third form is done, and the ing form is doing. Children, again let me remind you that be works both as a helping verb and as a main verb. Now when be is used as the main verb, it expresses the state of being of a person, place or thing, or it expresses the character of a person, place or thing. Let's study and learn the use of the present and past and future forms of be as the main verb. I am an Indian. Here, am is used as the main verb and it is in the present tense. They are actors. Here again, are is functioning as the main verb and it is in present tense. Gandhi and Nehru were great leaders. Were, the be form is functioning as the main verb and it is in the past tense. Virat will be popular. Here, the form of be is used in the future tense and is acting as the main verb. Children, the sentence pattern of the given sentence is subject plus be plus subject complement. Children, the subject complement can be a noun or noun phrase or an adjective or adjective phrase. Now children, let's discuss have functioning as the main verb. Children, always keep this in mind that have functions both as a helping verb and as a main verb. When we talk about have functioning as a main verb, have is usually followed by a direct object and has many meanings like possession. It means that has shows possession. I have a puppy. Here, have is in a present tense. Nehru had a house in Allahabad. Here, had is used in a past tense. We will have our own house next year. This sentence is in future tense, and children, in all the three sentences, have is showing possession. Now let's talk about has showing eating and drinking. We have fruits every day. This sentence is in simple present tense. She had ice cream last evening. This sentence is in the past tense. She will have pastries at the party tomorrow. This sentence is in the future tense. Now let's talk about the use of have as the relationship. Sonia has 2 children. Gandhi had 4 sons. My aunt will have a baby next month. In all the 3 sentences, have is used in the form of relationship in the simple present, simple past and the simple future tense. Children, have is used for experience also, like we have a wonderful time in the winter holidays. This sentence is in simple present tense and here have is showing experience. The pilgrims had a lot of trouble last September. This sentence is in simple past and had is connecting with the experience. Our team will have a difficult tour in Australia. Here again, have is showing experience and is in simple future tense.